Hey everyone, welcome back to Fastest Fix, your go-to spot for beginner-friendly ethical hacking and cybersecurity tips. If you're new here, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop of knowledge. And hey, check the description and the pinned comment below for links to some powerful free resources to kickstart or level up your ethical hacking journey. Let's grow smarter and more secure together. Now let's jump into something that sounds almost like science fiction, but is actually a real technique used by ethical hackers every day: how ethical hackers delete texts and photos remotely. Let's be real. In today's digital world, text messages and photos often contain the most sensitive data. Think about confidential client messages, personal ID images, evidence of data breaches, or even files left behind after a cyber attack. Now imagine this. A cybersecurity consultant is brought in to clean up a compromised device after a phishing attack. The attacker left traces, maybe even blackmail content or exfiltrated media. The ethical hacker's job? Secure the system. And in some cases, that means remotely wiping sensitive texts and images to protect privacy and integrity. But how is that even possible? Let's break it down. And remember, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Everything shown or discussed here should only be used in legal and ethical environments, with explicit permission. Unauthorized access or tampering with someone's device is illegal. Stay on the right side of hacking. So how can ethical hackers delete data remotely? At a high level, it boils down to first, you need authorized access to the target system, like through mobile device management or secure shells. Next, you need control, using tools that can execute commands or control the file system. Finally, you have to execute remote deletion commands or scripts that remove the files securely. Think of it like having remote desktop control, but with command line level power under strict authorization. Let's break down the key tools and techniques used. All right, so let's dive into some of the top tools and methods that ethical hackers use out there. First up, we've got the Metasploit framework, which runs on Kali Linux. Basically, Metasploit is a penetration testing tool used to exploit known vulnerabilities. Once a system is accessed with permission, you can interact with the file system. So, after establishing a session with the target device, again, with legal access, an ethical hacker can navigate the file structure and remove specific files like DCIM folders or SMS logs using simple shell commands. In internal corporate pen tests, testers might demonstrate what could happen if malware gains access and deletes critical logs. This kind of test helps companies patch weaknesses before the bad guys find them. Next, let's talk about mobile device management, or MDM platforms. These are legit enterprise-level tools used by companies to manage fleets of smartphones. Some examples are Jamf, AirWatch, and Intune. During security audits, these platforms allow IT or security teams to remotely wipe data on lost or stolen phones, including SMS and image galleries. So, if a corporate phone with sensitive HR photos and WhatsApp conversations goes missing, it can be sanitized instantly. Now, moving on to custom Python scripts and ADB, which stands for Android Debug Bridge. ADB allows terminal-level communication with Android devices. With prior physical setup or a secure connection, ethical hackers can push Python scripts or shell commands to delete photos or messages from storage. For example, you might see commands like adb shell rm/sd card/dcim/camera/*.jpg or adb shell sklite 3/data/data/com.android.providers.telephony/databases/mmssystems.db delete from SMS. And just to be super clear, don't use this on any device you don't own or don't have explicit permission to test on. Another method is using remote access trojans, or RATs, but only in a lab environment. RATs allow remote control of a system, and in ethical hacking, they're deployed in controlled labs to simulate attacks. Tools like Quasar Rat for Windows or AndroRat for Android let hackers test what level of access a malicious actor could get, including browsing or deleting media or messages. Remember, this is strictly for red teaming, simulations, and defensive training, not real-world attacks. For secure deletion, tools like Deletion, Shred, and SRM go beyond just deleting files. They actually overwrite files to prevent recovery. Even after deleting a file, traces can remain on disk. Secure deletion ensures those fragments are unrecoverable, which is super important during forensic cleanup.
file transfers, and remote command execution over a network. With the right setup, Netcat listens on a target device. The hacker sends a delete command remotely, and the device executes the file or script to clean things up. This is especially useful in test environments where you want to measure the speed and stealth of your cleanup.
So, let's say your company is running a red team test. The objective here is to simulate a rogue actor attempting to delete chat logs after exfiltrating data. The ethical hacker is brought in to demonstrate how that might happen, how fast it can be done, and what detection systems catch it. This kind of exercise helps the company tighten their logging, improve data loss prevention, and educate teams on incident response. That's, honestly, the power of ethical hacking. It's not about breaking in, it's about building stronger defenses through smart simulations. Okay, so one last reminder. Everything discussed here is meant for educational and authorized environments only. Please don't use any of these techniques for illegal purposes. That's not hacking, that's crime. Be smart, be legal. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. We always reply and help our community grow. And hey, if you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join the Fastest Fix family, where we make cybersecurity clear, practical, and ethical. Links to all tools, scripts, and ethical hacking resources are in the description and pinned comment, so make sure to check those out. Until next time, stay curious, stay ethical, and stay secure.